So you're probably thinking to yourself, wait, I thought TWIP didn't like Team Sonic Racing. He made this video right here. I thought he thought the game was mediocre. Well, guess what? You couldn't be further from the truth. So let's get into it in this video. So, at EGX, I got to play Team Sonic Racing. I specifically made sure to go out of my way to play that game, get a full feel of the game, so I can give you all my thoughts in this video. But before I start, I just want to thank all of the Sega people who really helped me out during EGX. They were super nice and cool people, and Sumo Digital as well. They were all really nice, so shout out to you all. You are really cool. Thank you for treating me really nice, and thank you for showing off the game. It was really cool. But let's get into it. So, they had two racetracks. They had the Wisp Circuit and they had Ice Mountain. So I got to play them both. I got to play as all the characters multiple times. I played this game to hell and back. Let's discuss it. So let's start off with the first track I played. I played Ice Mountain. And my first time playing the game, it did feel slow. I can't lie. It did feel pretty slow. I was quite blown away about how slow the game was. And there was a lot of sections where it was just driving in a straight line. There was nothing really much going on. But that's because I hadn't really learned the mechanics, because it's called Team Sonic Racing. So you need to use the team mechanics, and the team mechanics is what makes the game fun. So you can do all these different things, like the new slingshot thing, where you basically get a draft behind your own players. It can't be any of the other players, just your own team. The leading person will have a slingshot path. You go on that, you'll get a burst of speed, and usually you'll drive right past them, and you'll be in first place. It's really cool. It's really good mechanic, I think. And that's not the only mechanic that is really cool. We've also got the skin boost. And the skin boost is when you get hit by an item, because holy moly, there are a lot of items in this game. Oh my god. You get hit, you come to a complete stop. If a nearby team member comes back to you, you'll get like this aura, and then you'll get an instant burst of speed, and you'll be right back in the race once again. Sadly, I didn't get too much of an opportunity to do this, because every time I got hit, bam, that was it. And that's something that is definitely a negative for me. The items are way too harsh, in my opinion. When you get hit, that can break a race. That can absolutely destroy a race for you. And some of the items are just unavoidable, like the eagle. It was just really weird, and I did not enjoy that aspect at all. When I first played the game, the first thought I had taken away was, wow, these items feel really unbalanced. They feel really crucial to winning the game. But you need to get a hold of mechanics, because watching the game, I don't feel like it's enough. I feel like you have to play the game, and I know that might be a poor excuse, but I think you should just trust me on this one. Play the game, and you will get a hang of it. Take advantage of the mechanics, and I think you'll start seeing the enjoyment of Team Sonic Racing. So it's not all perfect. It's fun, but there are flaws. My biggest flaw being the tracks don't transform. I feel like they should transform, but they don't. But it's still fun either way. I thought the Ice Mountain track was actually more fun than I thought it was going to be. It's quite diverse. There's actually multiple shortcuts you can take. I found my own shortcut that the designer also knew about. It was like quite a unique shortcut. So you basically go in this turn, and you actually drop off at the turn and go onto a different path. That's faster. You can do the trick system in the air. So that was that. That was cool. I had fun. And then I played Planet Wisp, or Wisp Circuit is what it was called. I played that later on in the day, because I only played the one track at the time to record a video. But I got to play Wisp Circuit, and that one's also kind of fun. I found out, I asked the designer himself, what's the fastest route to go through? And the fastest one is right through the middle. You go right through the middle with the massive loop. That's the fastest path to go on. So go on that path if you're playing the game. So that racetrack is okay as well. I think it's too short, but I imagine that's the first ever racetrack of the whole game. It's the first area on the story mode map. So I'm willing to bet that's the first map of the whole game. So that's fine. It's fine. I mean, I don't particularly enjoy the excuse of, oh, it's just the first level. But it wasn't like completely bare bones. It's not literally Lost Valley straight line crappiness. No, it's still a regular racetrack you actually control. It was fun. It was fun. And then all of these different team mechanics build up your team ultimate, and that's what made the game even more fun, because it really emphasizes you to work as a team, because the team ultimate can give you a major advantage in the race. So doing things like sharing items, getting that little drift boost with the slingshot, and then picking up your team members once they get hit with the skin boost, bam, that will help you out. That will build up your team ultimate, and each character has new music for their Team Ultimates. It's usually remixes from old games. Sonic has Reach for the Stars again. I kind of wish it wasn't Reach for the Stars and it should have been something more unique. Maybe a new theme, or maybe his world, or maybe something from Adventure 2. Why Reach for the Stars? And why am I staring at this mic for so long? This must not be very interesting to watch. And then Shadow, I think he has I Am All of Me. I couldn't quite hear because the headphones were actually muffled at the EGX event, so that was quite a shame. Blaze definitely had a Sonic Rush music track, though. I know that for a fact. Omega had This Machine from Sonic Heroes, the vocal theme made by Crush 40. So it's really cool. The remixes are really cool. And there wasn't really too much more to say than that. I was on a panel. There was a Team Sonic Racing panel streamed from EGX, and I was on it. I made sure to try and ask a question. I really tried it.
I hate when this happens. I feel so bad.
Whoa! Wait, that's not TWIP.
It's TWIP! TWIP! Guys, it's TWIP.
Yep. Can you highlight a few of them? Like what kind of Sonic?
Oh, he's trying to get what Sonic.
What was his question?
I'll tell you it after.
Have
Just
a
listen.
couple that are on the show floor at the moment, which are
Planet
based
Wisp,
on Planet Wisp from Colours, and we also have Ice Mountain that is based on a combination of different
interesting.
ice levels across
I knew it!
different games.
I knew it.
I think we took a little bit of inspiration from...
I said that last stream. Watch the archive. I said the ice level was going to be a combination of all the
Cannot
ice
tell you
levels.
at the moment
but
about
can't
any
tell
of
them.
the others.
And
Okay, he asked,
what stages are we going to see?
More info to come
like,
on that.
yeah, 'cause- yeah.
Okay, cool. That was cool to see TWIP.
Also,
Funny how my
I just
biggest
realized-
reaction in this stream is TWIP being on the stream.
I'm really sorry, guys. I really tried to get possible new release tracks out of them, but I didn't get to. I asked what Sonic games they were taken from, and I never got anything back, so... Sad boys, I was really sad. It was kind of a waste of a question. I could have asked something else. But I did get to talk to the designer behind the game straight afterwards and throughout the entirety of EGX, asking him multiple questions. All of this good stuff that you will see soon. Definitely soon, because the game releases apparently this winter. Still no release date, but it'll happen soon. It'll probably happen soon, so don't you worry. So that's pretty much my playtime with Team Sonic Racing. Overall thoughts is that the game is pretty fun. It is a fun game. The game controls the same as Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. If you're used to that game, bam! You're right in Team Sonic Racing. It controls the exact same. If you are worried about that, don't be. It controls just as well as All-Stars Racing Transformed. My big major gripe is that the racetracks maybe aren't as interesting as they could be, but the team mechanics are starting to maybe build that up, or maybe starting to actually redeem itself, because the team mechanics really do actually make this game feel different, makes it feel unique. It feels like you're part of a team, and it feels like different from like Mario Kart or something like that. The team mechanics is what makes the game, basically. You work as a team, you win as a team. That's the slogan they're using, and that's definitely something that should be applied, because it's definitely that way. Absolutely. If you do not use the team mechanics, you're not going to have nearly as much fun, I don't think. Take advantage of sharing items. Sharing items is probably one of the most important things you could probably do. That builds up your team ultimate, and when you share items, it becomes more powerful when you share it with someone else. So if you have one boost wisp and you share that with someone else, that person gets 3 of them. So that's really useful. It's incredibly useful, and that can definitely make or break a race. So make sure to do that. Share your items. Make use of the mechanics before like judging the game. Don't play it like a typical racer. That's the best advice I could give you. Play as a new racer, a new style of racer. Don't just go into it expecting Mario Kart, because it kind of is not. It's more of its own thing, and that is pretty much everything I've got to say. It's good. I can confirm Team Sonic Racing is going to be a pretty good game. Sure, it might not look as polished or as extravagant as Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed, but I can definitely see they are really trying with this game. I feel the passion. I feel like they're really trying to make something new and different, especially if you watch the EGX panel. A lot of thought went into this game. I feel like a lot of thought went into this whole team mechanics and them trying to make something new and unique and not just a Mario Kart clone. So that is pretty much everything I've got to say. Let me know if you're going to pick up this game in the comments section below. I think you should, but let's just wait for more information, and I guess we'll see what we will get. But with all that said, thank you all for watching, and I guess I'm doing the same thing as I did in another video. This is quite unoriginal, but peace out, my dudes.